Hi guys, welcome to a new series. This is the first installment. It's called Forgotten Rudiments, and it's going to be on rudiments that are not currently taught or listed on rudiment sheets, but used to be official rudiments. And this is in advance of a book I have coming out called Encyclopedia Rudimentia, the Ultimate Drum Rudiment Collection. It's going to be published on Hudson Music, and I don't have a release date yet. If I get one before this video comes out, I'll put it on the screen somewhere. If I get it afterward, I'll probably add it to the description later. But suffice to say, it's coming out sometime this year, and it's going to be the largest rudiment collection ever compiled, from 200 years ago up through hybrid rudiments, European rudiments, American rudiments, and basically everything's going to be in there. So it's a super great resource coming out. I'll have more videos on it, but today's rudiment is going to be one that comes from that book. Today's forgotten rudiment is from Charles Stewart Ashworth. He published it in a book in 1812, and coincidentally this is the first book that uses the word rudiment to describe these types of patterns. It may have been called that beforehand, but he's the first person to just label them blatantly as rudiments. Now this rudiment is called taps, T-A-P-S, and a tap, or taps, it's just a one-handed rudiment. It was only listed in the book with the right hand, although I think the assumption was you would do it with your left hand as well. And it is simply a normal tap followed by an accented stroke. And then you repeat that, normal tap, accented stroke. So if I did what he has listed, it just looks like this. And they're written in 16th notes. Or they're written in a weird way that I equate to being modern 16th notes. Now if we did it left-handed, it would look like this. And basically what you're doing is you're playing an upstroke and then you're playing a downstroke. So the first one is just a tap, but it also needs to precede an accent. So you're going to play it and then you're going to lift your stick up high. Then on the next one it's an accent, but it's going to precede a non-accented note. So you're going to play an accent, but then you're going to leave the stick tip down low. So to practice this you would do more than 4 hits typically. You would play an up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. And then of course you go back with the left hand, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. And if you were really good at this, of course you could go faster. And you do the left hand. And if you wanted to update this to the molar method, you could play molar up and down strokes. Which are just a little bit more loose and fluid, and I have other videos on molar strokes. Now, this rudiment hasn't really been taught in books, and it hasn't been on the sheet for over 100 years, for over 200 years, math. So why has it not been? Well, it's really simple, and it doesn't sort of, I guess, deserve to be called a rudiment according to the modern authorities. But I actually went to the University of Colorado, and I worked with Dr. Douglas Walter, and he actually taught us to play these taps, and he described them as being half of a technically correct flam. So if you look at one hand, if you just focus on the left hand of a flam, then you have an upstroke and a downstroke, an upstroke and a downstroke. Of course you have the same thing on the right. So to perfect flams, he made us do just that half, the up and down stroke, and that is the exact rudiment from Charles Stewart Ashworth in 1812. So thanks for watching. That's today's forgotten rudiment. Check for my book coming out. Look for it around. It should be coming out on Hudson Music and on Amazon.com and possibly other places where books are sold. It's called Encyclopedia Rudimentia, and I'll have a date for it soon, I hope. Thanks, guys.